right, guys. So over the weekend, NBA had a drama-filled bunch of amazing games. It was just pretty much towards the end of the regular season for the NBA drama. So there we guys go. It's super fun. We'll talk about just a couple teams and everything. I just wanted to touch base. Milwaukee Bucks finally got their 16 winning game streak snapped by the 76ers. Go figure. Of course, I'm picking the Bucks to come out of there, and then they go and fucking lose. You know that's how it is. But they got back on the winning track yesterday, and they were able to win and against the Washington Wizard. And then Giannis still I think he had a triple double, and that was an interesting little stat padding triple double. So there's a lot of fucking haters on that. There's like, because at the very end, if you guys didn't see, Giannis decided to throw the ball up at the very end to get his triple double of rebounds. I think he had like 9 rebounds, so he threw it right off the backboard. At the end of the game, didn't matter, didn't really try to shoot, and just so he can get the rebound. So haters, keep in mind these guys get paid on incentives too. We don't know. I mean, I'm sure Giannis gets a certain bonus throughout the year if he hits a certain milestone on triple double. So you guys have to understand that's part of your compensation. So if it's that one little rebound could be hundreds and thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. We don't know the incentives on that. So just kind of give you guys a heads up. That's the reason why. Yes, it's another triple double notch, kind of, was it legitimate? Whatever. Hey, I'm not going to hit on a man who's trying to get paid and, support his family. So it is what it is on that. But at least they got back on a winning streak. I think the Bucks to me, they're still the team to come out besides Boston. Who knows? I think I selected Boston to come out, but I think the Bucks are going to be tough if Giannis is 100% healthy on that. So it's exciting to see how the East is going to pan out in that sense. Let's talk about we can jump on the Grizzlies. They ended up losing against the Clippers without Ja, without Dillon Brooks, without Brandon Clark. They're going to be tough to come out of the West, so they dropped the game yesterday, and Dane Bane had a good game, but still, I just don't think in the right mindset, if Ja's not in the right mindset, he's not going to be able to take the Memphis Grizzlies past anywhere close to the championship, the finals on that. So that's just my thoughts on that. Hopefully Ja can prove me wrong. Hopefully he can prove everybody wrong. Right now, everybody thinks he needs help. Like I said, I don't know what he's going through, but is what it is. Maturity issues, that's what everybody's saying. So I mean, it's whatever, man. But anyways, I don't know how far they're gonna end up going, so they ended up losing. I'll talk about the other game though, the Mavericks and the Suns. I briefly touched that, and this is the thing. Kevin Durant is a beast, guys. 100% healthy. He's going to be unstoppable offensively. Probably one of the greatest offensive scorers in our era, at least in my era. And dude, you guys got to go see that game-winning shot with 11 seconds left. It's a tough shot. He has a hand in his face. 2 guys technically almost double teaming him. He's fading away to the left, and he makes it. No problem. He's just tough. 39 points, and they beat. I guess you could say his ex teammate Kyrie. He beat the Mavs. Obviously, the Mavs it's kind of a little heated battle there. You got a little Luka, Devin Booker issues. They kind of got it jawing each other at the end there. So that hey, I like that shit, man. It's a little fire. You gotta have a little bit of fire going into the playoffs. So it's gonna make it exciting if those two teams match up. It's somewhere in the the playoffs. It's going to be exciting. You got to have that little fucking edge, man, a little fire to you. So I like seeing that coming out of Luka, but this is the one thing about Luka. I don't know. I could be the only one who thinks this, but he fucking bitches a lot about fouls. I mean, I granted every NBA player bitch that I didn't get a call this, I didn't call that, and he bitches a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes I feel like he puts his team at a disadvantage while he's lagging behind the play, running back for defense during transition because he's sitting there bitching about a foul. So he needs to, especially during playoff time, this is going to be crucial. You're going to see this. Luka needs to, hey, everybody deserves to get, when you're a star, you should get calls. I understand that. But when it comes to playoff time, there's going to be transitions. And if he's sitting there bitching about a foul he's gonna put his team in a total disadvantage on defense because he's lagging behind bitching about fouls. So he needs to clean that up. I get it. I understand. He's the star of the league. One of the stars of the league should be getting certain calls, but I'm telling you, you're gonna put your team in a disadvantage if you're just whining and bitching about fouls all day long. That's just my thoughts on that. But him and Kyrie, they still are working in regards to gelling with each other. I think right now the way they're playing is here, you get the ball, you run the offense. Here, you get the ball, you run the offense. There's no flow. There's no flow. It's either Luka's watching Kyrie do something and vice versa. Kyrie's watching Luka do something. They need to figure that part out. They're coming to the end of the season here. Hopefully they can figure that out because they only got maybe 15, 16, 17 games, whatever, how many games left to kind of get that gelling. Because right now there's too much standing around, I feel like, with that squad when one person has the ball or the other person has the ball. So hopefully they can figure that out. They have the talent, and I think Luka, his ability to, I think he can assimilate having Kyrie. So hopefully within the next couple games they can figure that out and see how they do in the playoffs. But till that, they're not gelling as well as we would hope they would be. Now, I did a quick short about the Lakers and the Warriors about this one, and I am a Warriors fan. I felt like Steph Curry came back, and I felt like at the very beginning of the jump off of the game, the Warriors, and I mean, I guess you can put this on Steve Kerr's shoulders. I felt like they were trying to push a square shape into a circle. Because right now, the Warriors were playing very well without Steph, but they were playing as a team. And I felt like when Steph came back, and I understand this, they were trying to force feed Steph everything. They were trying to force things. Guys were hesitant. They were playing as if, hold on, Steph is back. How are we going to adjust? So the fucking Warriors got down by 20 points against the LeBron-less Lakers, okay, in the first quarter. And by them not playing in a flow, by not just playing, they were not playing. They were thinking, hey, we got to get Steph accumulated, back into the game after 11, missing 11 games. My thought were by the second quarter, they were fine because Steph was getting into the flow. They were just playing basketball then. There weren't no stupid turnovers. They weren't trying to force it to Steph. And then obviously the Warriors came back. They had a chance. But being down by 20 points, it's just tough. I mean, the last several games, they've been down by double digits. It's tough to come back in this league. So I think they'll be okay. The Warriors will be just fine. I just felt like they needed to get that first quarter of trying to force shit to get Steph accumulated to playing in the NBA again. I hope they got that out of their systems. Warriors got to fix on those, just really stupid turnovers. And when I say that, they're just forcing the ball, throwing the ball away. They're just not taking care of the rock. And when that happens, they get down by double digits. And granted, their defense, the rotation of their defense needs to get a little bit better and cover the threes because they were giving a lot of threes, wide open threes to the Lakers, and that hurt them. At the end, it hurt them being down by 20. They were just chasing the entire game. I watched the entire game. They were just chasing. They weren't in a flow, and that's just one of those things. This is what happens when you get down by double digits. So Warriors will be fine. I feel like. I think once they get. This is the thing. They're also missing Andrew Wiggins. Once they get Wiggins back, they're going to be really tough because Andrew Wiggins plays probably the best defense of that team besides Draymond Green and I would say Klay Thompson. But I think the best defender is Andrew Wiggins on the Warriors. And because of his athletic ability, he's long, he's fast, he's definite, and he's young. So hope I don't know what's going on with Andrew. Hopefully, he's got some family stuff he's got to take care of. So family first. But once he gets back into the rotation, I think the Warriors are going to be very difficult, and their defense should be able to step up with him. Obviously, with Gary Payton II, we'll see when that guy gets back because the defense can only get better with him also. So Warriors will be fine. Stop forcing that shit with Steph. Let that stuff just flow, I think, and then just minimize the turnovers, man. Jordan Poole, I felt like yesterday, he was playing really good before Steph, and I felt like he kind of took a back seat of not just playing within the flow. So he was kind of non-existent I would say, in the second half, I felt like. So just got to get in the flow. I think the Warriors will be just fine. Luckily, they have at least, like 15, 16 more games left to really get this fine-tuned machine right before the playoffs. So I'm excited that. Lakers, hey, man, Anthony Davis, you guys got to give him props. I think what he had, like 37, 39 points, whatever the case may be. The Warriors had no answer for him. He was dominant outside, mid-range, inside. Anthony Davis was just a fucking beast. That was the Anthony Davis of old, I felt like. And he was freaking unbelievable. And there was nothing, like I just said, there was no defense the Warriors could play to stop him. So you got to give them, when a team beats you and they beat you handily, I felt like with Anthony Davis, the Lakers beat the Warriors. So it is what it is. So they got a chance of making the playoffs, so we shall see too. Other than that, man, I mean, there was a lot of great games. I think the Celtics dropped the game to the Knicks in double overtime. And, it's semi-rivalry, I guess you can say, in that game. But, I'm not concerned. They should be just fine, the Celtics. As long as everybody stays healthy, and I think they'll be just fine through the rest of the season and in the playoffs. My thing is, at this moment, after this weekend, I still feel like who's going to be coming out is going to be the Suns out of the West at the moment. Hopefully my Warriors have a chance, but I think right now with KD, if he's 100%, it's going to be unstoppable with him and Booker and Chris Paul and Ayton. That squad's just to be reckoned with out of the West. And then out of the East, I still feel like Boston is going to be coming out of there to the finals, but you know what? I'm telling you, the Bucks are right there. I mean, it's 1A, 1B over there on the East, so we shall see. 76ers may have a say too, so who knows. All right, other than that shit, man, it was a great NBA weekend. I can't wait to see the next couple weeks how this is going to play out. So you like this shit, subscribe.